the chair, as everybody's really probably tired of hearing right now, the chair of your stewardship committee, and we have for the last several weeks been listening to people talk about their giving, their feelings about Chestnut Hill United Church and why they give generously. I want you, just before we start talking to Kipp, just to remind you that you got this mailer a couple of weeks ago. If you don't know what this means, you say, what is that? There are some extra copies on the back table. But if you could please look carefully at this document, it's I think really helpful. It talks about the financial needs that we have here at Chestnut Hill United Church and how our giving helps support everything that's going on here. So if you could please do that, that would be great. There should also be a pledge card in there, but there's always a pledge card also in the bulletin. So you may wonder why we're talking to Kipp as our pastor, why we were talking to Kipp about giving. But one of the things that we know about Kipp is that he was actually a member of this church before he was a pastor here. And both of our pastors are generous givers to Chestnut Hill United Church. So we want to talk to Kipp and talk to him a little bit about why he gives to the church. So we're going to do format here. Hello, Kipp.
Good morning.
So Kipp, can you tell us some early lessons that you've learned about giving?
Sure. My earliest memories, my earliest lessons about giving, I must have been 6 or 7. I think my parents sponsored a child or a series of children through an agency that used to be called the Christian Children's Fund. I think it has a new name now. But I must have been 6 or 7 when they pulled out some promotional material from this group that told a story. It's a personal story because, in relief work, giving is often inspired by the feeling of a personal connection. So the story was about a young boy named Antonio who lived in an impoverished community in some part of the world, and it talked about his living, and my parents helped us in an age-appropriate way to notice that we lived a lot more comfortably than some people did. So I'm not sure whose stroke of genius this was. Neither of my parents will take credit for it, but we had a little plastic bowl. I think it had a Porky Pig design on the bottom or something like that. And it became known in our household as the Antonio Bowl. When I don't remember how we filled it, through change, through various, I don't know, little times we would earn money or something. My brother and I were asked to, and encouraged to put things in the bowl. And then it was a big ritual when the bowl was full, and my parents would count up the money, and they would send it someplace. So we had the sense that we had done something powerful and good in the world by giving up a little bit of the money that we otherwise would have saved.
Great, thank you. And so, what did you learn about giving to the church?
My first church memories were that in the church I grew up in, the kids stayed through worship. We had to listen to the sermons and everything. But there was always an offering, and my dad would give my brother and me each, I want to say it was $1. My dad has been saying recently that when we were kids, his word tight. So it might have been less than $1, I don't know. But I remember having something every week to put in the offering bowl when it came around, just like the adults were doing. But then when I was, they also talked to us about tithing. And I can't remember how old I was. I asked if we were encouraged to tithe on our allowance, and this is, again, where my dad said, we weren't giving you much allowance because I was pretty tight. I can't imagine that we made you give a dime out of every $1 we gave you each week. $1 a week was allowance. But I do remember that at some point in my youth, it was probably when my brother and I got our first paying job, which was a weekly paper route. And my parents told us the story of a couple in the church we were a part of who'd been openly telling their own story of tithing. They had been moved and felt that they needed to give more, and so they tried to take seriously the principle that some parts of the Bible say of 10% of their income. And they started giving that to the church, and what they said, and they told this story a lot, was that they felt like they had more than ever before. They talked about that in terms of being blessed. I think the sociology or the economics of it might be that they were paying more attention than ever before to how they were spending their money, so that they then had more of it to offer, which is also, I would suppose, a kind of blessing. But that's what my parents told us, and then we were encouraged from our earnings in that job to start not just having my dad give us the dollar, but to put some of our own money into the bowl.
Okay, thank you. So how do you think about giving now?
It's a complicated formula because I am a part of the gig economy. I work here part-time. I teach undergrad students. The number of courses I teach any given semester changes. I'm also married to someone who's got a stable job and is not especially connected to church, but still believes in what we're doing here. We both come from families. My wife grew up Baptist, which is part of why she's not so big into church these days, I'll say. But we both come from families where it's deeply ingrained into us the idea of 10% giving. So we figure on 10% giving every year, but we don't send it all to church. I figured that for church, I give 10%, I figure my pledge, 10% of what I'm getting from the church, plus about 10% of, say, one class per year. And that leaves me room to add additional for our Easter and Christmas offerings, and to add extra in for our outreach offerings, to get something at the auction, for instance. But then the rest of our giving, so it probably comes to about 5% to church and about 5% to other various justice and relief ministries that mirror in some ways the outreach partners that we have here. They include the outreach partners here, but on a broader scale as well.
And so thanks for sharing that, because that's not, that sense of intentionality and really thinking about how we decide, and not just, randomly, pulling a number out of the air about what we're going to be giving to the church. That's I think, really helpful for you to share how your family chooses to give to the church. And I want to thank you, Kipp, for your pastoral leadership, and also for helping us learn more and to think more intentionally about our own giving. So thank you so much.